Rappers at the top have it all. They have money, luxury, and non-stop glam. But what happens when you have so much cash that you lose track of it? Well, there are some big names who learned about it the hard way and ended up completely broke. So who are these dumb rappers who recklessly spent all their money and went broke? Number 7. Millionaire. We all know Millionaire. Even if you don't remember his name, you must have listened to his iconic song, Ridin'. Now, despite having so much fame and money to his name, this famous rapper went broke a few years back. You see, in 2010, Millionaire sold his $2.3 million Houston mansion. Why? Millionaire likes to say he made a smart choice by selling this house as he was almost always on the road. But was it really about a smart financial decision? Or was he just going broke? Sure, he mentioned that the 8,000 SQ Fat house was not worth it since he was always on the road. But come on, when someone hands their house back to the bank, that's a red flag right there. He claims the mansion was sold for $1.8 million later. But it is hard not to wonder if he just could not keep up with the costs anymore. And his financial woes didn't stop at real estate. During that time, he had a lot on his plate. His mom had cancer, he had to pay hefty medical bills, a new baby was on its way. All signs point to him being in a tight spot. So yeah, maybe giving up the house saved him from an even bigger mess. But let's not pretend it was not because he was drowning in expenses. Number 6. Cujo from Goody Mob hit rock bottom in 2014. With his wife and 4 sons by his side, their Georgia home was about to be foreclosed. Turns out, he hadn't paid the mortgage for 3 months, which left him with a $200,000 debt. And this was not his first financial disaster. Just 2 years earlier, he had to declare bankruptcy. At this point, Cujo had only $300 in cash and was drowning in over $170,000 in debt. His income was not exactly stable either. He scraped by on royalties, occasional gigs, and disability checks after losing a leg in a 2002 car accident. Despite making a little over $1,000 a month, it was not enough to keep up with everything. But it's safe to say that he is doing fine now, financially. In fact, he has a net worth of $1 million. Number 5. Juelz Santana. We all know Juelz Santana from Dipset. He had his career take off in the 2000s, but in 2019, things started to fall apart for him. He and his wife, Kimbella, found themselves in trouble with their New Jersey condo. Juelz bought the place in 2005 for $540,000 with a monthly mortgage of $3,754. But soon enough, they were hit with unpaid fees totaling $17,303. Those fees started piling up at $1,041 a month, and before long, they lost the home. The court foreclosed on the property, and the sheriff was ordered to auction it to recover the $650,111 they owed. To make matters worse, Juelz was behind bars during this ordeal. He served time for trying to bring a loaded gun onto a plane. It would not be wrong to say it was his worst year ever. Number 4. Nas. In 2012, Nas launched his hit album, Life is Good. But the numbers and the payout were not enough to save him from financial trouble. You see, back in 2004, he bought a 3,500 SQ at home in Georgia for $585,000. To buy this home, he took out a $400,000 loan from SunTrust Bank. But soon, his finances took a turn for the worse. Nas could not keep up with the loan payments, and eventually, SunTrust took his property. His home was auctioned off for $348,500, much less than what he paid for it. Unfortunately, that was just the start of his financial troubles. On top of losing his house, Nas caught the attention of the IRS. Turns out, he owed more than $6 million in unpaid taxes, and they came after his earnings. But then he turned things around, and today he is sitting on a net worth of $70 million. Number 3. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim has also seen her fair share of highs and lows. After living in Biggie Smalls' Teaneck condo following his passing, she bought a townhouse in Englewood for $450,000 and sold it for $785,000 in 2005, right before serving time for lying about a shooting incident. But her financial troubles really began after purchasing a lavish 2-acre mansion in Alpine for $2.275 million in 2002. By 2010, Lil Kim struggled to keep up with payments. HSBC Bank, which gave her the loan, warned her about foreclosure. Things were not looking good as she owed $23,308 a year in property taxes and $1.9 million in interest and taxes. Even after the mansion went up for auction, Lil Kim could not save it, and to make matters worse, the IRS demanded $126,805. Eventually, she filed for bankruptcy in 2018. Number 2. Jim Jones. Next up is Jim Jones, who faced a major setback when he lost his New Jersey mansion. He bought the 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in 2006 with a $680,000 mortgage, agreeing to monthly payments of $4,467. But by 2010, Jim stopped paying, and things quickly spiraled out of control. In 2017, the U.S. National Bank Association sued him, and though they tried to work out a payment plan, Jim missed the deal again. That was the final straw. The bank took him to court, and with no response from Jim or his girlfriend Chrissy Lampkin, the judge ruled against them. The bank bought the house at a sheriff's sale for just $100. The shocking thing is that Jim still owes over $1.2 million in unpaid dues, despite the home being worth $742,000 now. Number 1. Tory Lanez. In 2018, Tory Lanez spent $1.8 million on a stunning penthouse in Brickell Heights East. This 2,182 SQ Fit pad had 3 bedrooms, a massive balcony, and incredible views of Biscayne Bay and the city skyline. It definitely sounds like a dream. But things didn't stay that way. Tory had taken a $1.26 million loan from the seller, with monthly payments of $11,057.50 and a balloon payment of over $1.23 million due in 2021. While he kept up with the smaller payments, he missed the big one, which threw him into financial turmoil. The seller took him to court and demanded the penthouse be sold to cover the loan. Though the foreclosure lawsuit was dismissed, Tory's troubles were far from over. He was soon convicted in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting. This proves that no money can save you from the consequences of your actions. Bad decisions can catch up with you, no matter how big your bank account is. So, which name on this list shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments below. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more surprising stories. We will see you next time. Goodbye.